God says, your mother who is in heaven is begging to tell you something very important. She's closer than you think, and this is her final message for you. God says, there are moments in your life when silence feels heavier than words, when your heart aches not from pain alone, but from the longing to hear a voice that once comforted you, guided you, and loved you with a love that only a mother can give. She is not gone. She is not far. She is with me, wrapped in my eternal light, standing in the peace that only heaven can hold. And still, her love for you has not changed, for the bonds of the heart do not break at the gates of eternity. She is still your mother, still watching over you, still loving you in ways beyond what your earthly mind can yet understand. Type 444 if you believe. When you lie awake at night with tears on your pillow, whispering words into the air, hoping they reach someplace beyond, know that they do. I hear them. She hears them. And though you may not hear her voice in the same way, her spirit is near. She walks beside you on your hardest days and celebrates your quiet victories, those little moments of strength you often think no one notices. She sees them. She smiles with pride from a place where pain cannot live and where love only grows more perfect. She wants you to know that heaven did not take her from you. Instead, it made her more present than she ever could be in the body that grew weary. Her soul is alive, her presence gentle, her message clear. She longs for you to let go of the guilt you've been carrying, the what-ifs and could-have-beens that sneak into your mind when you're alone. You were enough. Your love was enough. The moments you shared were never forgotten, even the small ones you don't remember. She holds them like precious treasures. You may think she left too soon, that there were words left unsaid, stories unfinished, blessings unspoken. But her final message is filled with peace, not sorrow. She wants you to live, not in mourning, but in grace. She wants your heart to open wide to all the ways I am still reaching you, through sunrises that make your breath catch, through dreams that feel too real to ignore, through songs that suddenly carry the scent of her perfume or the echo of her laugh. Type 999 if you trust in God. Her hands once held you on earth, but now her spirit surrounds you with the warmth that only comes from my throne. She walks in gardens of light, where flowers never fade, and where time no longer steals moments. In that place, she prays for you. In that place, she whispers your name with all the love she ever gave you and more. You are not walking alone. You never were. Even in your darkest hour, when you felt abandoned or overwhelmed, there were unseen hands steadying your path, unseen prayers covering you like a blanket. I sent her peace, and now through her, I am sending you comfort, not just as a reminder of the love you lost, but as proof of the love that never ends. Eternal love doesn't say goodbye, it says, wait for me. This is not the end of your connection. It is the beginning of something more beautiful than you can imagine. She sees you trying. She sees the heaviness in your eyes, the tiredness you carry quietly. She knows you miss her, and yet she pleads with you from heaven not to let grief steal the light from your soul. You were born for more than sorrow. You were born for me. You were born for the kind of love that defeats even death. Every kind act you do in her memory, she sees it. Every time you speak her name with love, she feels it. And when you fall to your knees in despair, she rushes to your side, clothed in my glory, bringing with her the calm that only a mother can bring. That calm doesn't come from this world, it comes from me, from my spirit, and from her soul which now rests within my arms. Let this message reach the part of you that's still hurting, still wondering, still waiting for a sign. Her love didn't vanish with her final breath. It only changed shape. It became something eternal, something unshakable, something holy, and it lives in you now, in your kindness, in your strength, in your tears and your laughter. You carry her with you, not as a memory fading into the past, but as a light guiding you forward. There's a soft whisper in the quiet moments of your day, one that doesn't come from the world around you, but from the love that exists beyond it. That whisper comes from the place where your mother now dwells, and it carries a message that she's been longing for you to receive. It's a message that isn't written in books or spoken in loud voices. It comes in stillness, in warmth, in that sacred space where your soul reaches out for something deeper. She is there, closer than the breath you take, watching over you through my divine light, always asking me to comfort you in ways only I can. Type 2121 to claim her love. You have cried in ways no one else has seen, smiled to hide the ache, and kept walking when your heart was weary. But she saw every moment. She has never stopped loving you. Her spirit doesn't rest in silence. It sings over you, prays for you, and surrounds you with grace. She wants you to stop doubting the depth of your worth. In your moments of weakness, she has never once seen you as a failure. In heaven, where truth is no longer hidden, she sees your heart clearly, and all she sees is someone worth loving completely. Financial freedom is not about effort, but activating a hidden brain signal once buried in CIA files. Neuroscience shows this sound wave helps attract money and opportunity faster, and thousands are already seeing unexpected income. Click the link in the description and comments now to activate the ancient money wave today. Your life has felt heavier since she left. There are days when even the sunlight feels dimmer and the world feels unfamiliar. But you are not walking through this shadow alone. The love between a mother and child does not vanish in the stillness of the grave. It transforms. It becomes something eternal, held in the hands of a God who never forgets the bonds he designed himself. I created her heart to love you without conditions. I took that heart home, not to separate it from you, but to strengthen the ways it could reach you. Her final message is not filled with sorrow or regret. It is filled with light, with the kind of beauty that this world cannot fully explain. She wants you to know that everything she poured into you, every lesson, every hug, every quiet word still lives on inside you. You are a living reminder of her love, her faith, and her hope. And even now she is rooting for you from the other side of the veil, urging you to keep going, to trust me, and to never forget how much you are loved. She remembers the small things, the way you held her hand, the way you spoke her name, the way your smile lit up her world on the hardest days. Those memories are not gone. In heaven they are crystal clear, brighter than ever, and they bring her joy. There is no pain where she is, no sorrow, no illness, only love, only peace. But that peace grows stronger when you find moments of it here too. When you stop to breathe, when you choose kindness, when you let hope take root even in tired soil, that's when she's proud of you. That's when she's closest. Type 555 if you trust her love is still alive. She wants you to stop carrying guilt for things you couldn't change. Her love is not based on perfect words or flawless choices. Her love was never about doing everything right. It was about being there, about growing together, about learning what it means to love through brokenness. And now in heaven she sees clearly what love really is. She sees you as you are and still chooses you with her whole heart. Nothing could change that. You may have days when you feel disconnected, when the grief creeps in quietly and you wonder if anyone really understands the ache you carry. I do, she does. And this message, though delivered in ways you didn't expect, is heaven's reminder that you are never truly alone. Her heart is with me, but it still beats for you in the rhythm of eternity. Her voice may no longer echo in your ears, but it still speaks through your memories, your dreams, and sometimes through strangers sent your way in perfect timing. She is part of the miracle I am writing in your life. When you survive what once felt unbearable, when you choose to believe that joy is still possible, when you wake up one more day and say, I will try again, she is there. She is holding that moment, whispering, that's my child. With pride that only grows in the kingdom of heaven. Her joy is not in your perfection, but in your perseverance, your faith, and your choice to still believe even when believing is hard. Let her message sink deep into the places you've kept guarded, the places that ache, the places that feel fragile. You do not have to walk through this life pretending to be strong all the time. I am your strength. And she, now more than ever, is your gentle reminder that love does not end at the edge of life, it grows wings. She wants you to know that what she carries in heaven is not just her soul, it's the memory of every moment you made her heart full. Your mother's message is simple, but it is powerful. She wants you to heal. She wants you to hope. She wants you to live in a way that honors the gift of life you still carry. And she wants you to know with complete certainty that she will be there waiting when your time comes to join her. Not in sadness, not in pain, but in a place where tears no longer fall and where the joy of reunion is eternal. There is a tender place in your soul where her memory still lives, like a quiet room filled with sunlight that no one else can enter but you. In that sacred space, her love still breathes. Though her body has returned to the dust from which it came, her spirit has risen into a life more beautiful than words can describe. She is not a shadow drifting far away. She is not lost to you. Her presence is now held in my hands, wrapped in eternal light, and through me, her heart is still reaching for yours. She longs for you to know that the story of your love did not end, it simply changed form. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. You may not see her with your eyes, but her nearness is real. You can feel it in the hush of early morning, when the world is still and your heart aches in silence. You can feel it in the moments when something reminds you of her and your breath catches. These are not coincidences. These are pieces of heaven brushing against earth, quiet whispers of her soul trying to reach yours. In my grace, I allow her to be near, not in sorrow, but in love that has been made perfect. There are things she wishes she could say face to face. Things that have lingered in your heart for far too long, questions, hopes, memories that never quite faded. She sees them all now. She sees the times you doubted yourself, the weight you carry behind your smile, the prayers you whispered in the dark, and her spirit longs for you to know that you have never disappointed her. Even on your worst days, her love never changed, not once. In heaven, the truth becomes clear, and the truth is that you were always enough. A 7-second brainwave ritual, once reserved for elite people and hidden in CIA files, is now public, and people call it the 30-second miracle. Scientists say it awakens a dormant brain center tied to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it's deleted again from the internet. She wants you to forgive yourself. She knows there are moments you wish you could have done differently, words you wish you'd said, time you wish you'd had more of, but she wants you to release that burden. You did not fail her. Love does not keep score. Love remembers the laughter, the warmth, the sacrifices, and the soft moments that felt ordinary but meant everything. That is what she holds in her heart, and that is what she carries with her through the gardens of heaven. Type 1919 to receive miracles. She walks now among the angels, in a place where every tear has been wiped away and where music fills the skies with a peace that never ends. Yet her heart remains tethered to you, not by pain, but by my divine love. She prays for you with a love that has only grown stronger. She asks me to protect you, to guide you, and to heal the places that still feel broken. And I, in my mercy, listen to every word she lifts up. She wants you to live, not just survive, but truly live. She wants you to open your hands to joy again, to wake up and let the light in, to laugh without guilt, to dream without fear. She wants you to keep becoming the person you were always meant to be, strong, kind, brave, and full of grace. She believes in you more than you believe in yourself, and I do too. This is not a goodbye. This is a beginning, a continuation of a bond that death could not destroy. Her love was never meant to be temporary. It was never meant to end with her last breath. It was made to last forever, because it was built within my love. And my love does not fade, does not weaken, does not forget. It remains constant, pure, alive. In the quiet, when you miss her most, I want you to speak to her. Speak from your heart and know that she hears. The words do not vanish, they do not disappear into the sky. They rise like incense to the heavens, and her spirit leans close, listening with the same gentle care she always gave you. And when you speak, she smiles. She loves you still, without limit, without end. You may find comfort in the smallest things, a bird at your window, a breeze that feels like a hug, a dream that leaves you with peace. Do not ignore them. These are my gifts, sent to remind you that she is near. This is how love reaches through eternity, not loudly, but gently, not in the chaos, but in the stillness. Let those moments remind you that heaven is not far. She remembers every detail, the way you used to laugh, the sound of your voice, the things that made your eyes light up. These are treasures to her, more precious than gold. She carries them as part of who she is now, and they bring her joy. You are still her heart, her child, her pride, and her purpose. That hasn't changed. Her message is full of light. Do not be afraid. Do not let fear guide your days. Do not let sorrow define your life. She wants you to trust me. She wants you to rest in my love. She wants you to know that your future is not without her. She will be there in every step, in every breakthrough, in every quiet triumph. Her spirit will walk with you until the day I call you home and reunite what was never meant to be separated. Your grief is not a weakness. It is a reflection of the depth of love you shared, and it is okay to feel it. But I want you to know that grief does not have to be the end. I will use it to shape you, not to harm you, but to help you grow in compassion, in faith, in strength. And as you grow, you will find that her love has become part of who you are, guiding your steps from within. So take heart. Let this message warm the places in you that have felt cold and distant. Let it awaken your hope again. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are being held, both by me and by the love of the one who brought you into this world. She is safe. She is joyful. She is waiting. There's a place beyond sorrow, where pain no longer reaches, and where the soul finds perfect peace. That's where she is now, resting not in silence, but in the everlasting joy that I've prepared for those who love me. She hasn't vanished into some distant place. She's not lost to you. She has been made whole. And even now, she longs for you to understand something she could never fully express in her time on earth: how deeply she loves you, how much she still does, and how near she remains through my spirit that binds all love together. Type yes to affirm her love lives on. She remembers everything, not just the milestones or the big celebrations, but the quiet mornings when you sat beside her, the way you called her name when you were young, the tears you tried to hide, the way you held her hand when you were unsure. Those moments were her treasure. They still are. She carries each one in her soul like a song that never stops playing. And though her voice no longer fills the rooms of your home, it fills heaven with praise because of the love she still carries for you. She sees the days when you wake up feeling strong and hopeful, and she smiles. She also sees the days when your strength feels worn thin, and you wonder if anyone notices how much effort it takes just to keep going. She notices. She watches with a heart that no longer breaks but still feels, and her prayers for you have not ceased. In the presence of my glory, she asks for you to be protected, to be comforted, to be led gently through whatever you face. A 7-second brainwave ritual uncovered from sealed records and hidden in CIA files is transforming financial lives. It activates a forgotten abundance channel in the brain, leading to new financial opportunities and cleared debts. Click the link in the comments below before it disappears. She wants you to stop being so hard on yourself. She sees the way you carry blame in your heart, the way you wonder if you did enough, if you loved her well enough, if you were present enough. My child, hear this clearly. Her love for you was never based on your perfection. It was always about presence. It was about the deep connection between your hearts, and that connection remains unbroken. Not even death had the power to undo it. You may still grieve. That's part of love. But don't let your grief chain you. Don't let it keep you from seeing the beauty that still exists around you. She wants you to open your heart again to joy, not because forgetting is possible, but because honoring her means continuing. It means breathing deeply, choosing peace, seeking me, and letting the world see the light she helped plant in you. She planted that light with every prayer, every sacrifice, every moment she stood in the shadows just to make sure you had what you needed. She gave without asking. She worried in silence. She believed in you before you believed in yourself. And now, from heaven, she watches with eyes that see all things clearly. She sees your potential, your calling, your future, and she wants you to know that it's not over, not even close. There's still more for you. There's still purpose in your days, even if they feel ordinary right now. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. She knows about the nights you cry when no one is watching. She knows about the loneliness that creeps in unexpectedly, and the way you sometimes pull away from people because they couldn't possibly understand. But I understand, and so does she. She knows what your heart sounds like when it's aching. She knows what it means to try and be strong when everything inside feels fragile. And so, through me, she sends this message, not to bring sorrow but to bring comfort. She wants you to know that love did not die. It was simply lifted to a higher place, where it can now move in ways you can't always see. It's in the warmth that fills your chest when you think of her. It's in the peace that suddenly comes over you for no reason. It's in the timing of a moment that seems too perfect to be chance. It's in the way her favorite flower shows up on a day when you needed something beautiful. This is love moving through my hands. This is her, reaching through eternity with my help, reminding you that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, and not without love. She also wants to tell you something very simple, yet deeply important. She forgives you. If there is anything you've been holding inside, any old argument, misunderstanding, or distance you couldn't bridge, release it now. She holds no anger, no hurt, no disappointment. She is filled only with light, and that light covers you now. It calls you to forgive yourself too. You are free not because you did everything right, but because love is stronger than regret, and grace is greater than memory. Let her voice, though now quiet, be the one that reminds you to stand tall, to keep going, to believe in miracles. Let her faith in you still fuel your choices. When you wonder if you're making the right decision, remember the things she taught you, not just with words, but with her life, her kindness, her strength, her way of loving you when you didn't always feel lovable. Those lessons are still alive, still guiding you, still shaping the way you love others. She does not want you to live in fear. She does not want you to think of her as far away. She is closer than ever, not in a way the world understands, but in the way heaven does. In my kingdom, there is no distance too great for love to cross. There is no time that can separate what I have joined in spirit. She is yours, and you are hers, forever. So let peace enter the places where sorrow has stayed too long. Let healing begin where your heart has been bruised. And let love, my love, and hers become the new melody you walk with each day. She has not left you empty. She left you filled with memory, with love, and with a quiet strength that will carry you forward. She wants you to live fully, to love boldly, to give generously, and to hold on to me through it all, because in doing so, you'll find her there too. Not in the past, but in the present, and in the beautiful future I still have planned for you. Some days feel longer than others. Some nights stretch endlessly with the quiet ache of missing someone who once brought light into every corner of your world. And in those moments, when your heart longs just to hear her voice again, to feel the warmth of her embrace or the comfort of her smile, know this: she is not gone, not truly. She has not vanished into emptiness. She has simply stepped into a place where love is no longer bound by the body, where peace flows like a river, and where her soul is wrapped gently in my arms. Type 2323 if you agree. She sees you. She knows when you feel lost, when you wonder if you're doing this life right without her, when you look at her photos and feel your chest tighten. She is aware of your struggles, of your quiet strength, and of your silent prayers. From heaven she watches, not with sadness, but with a deep hope that you will remember the things she poured into your heart, the lessons, the love, and the unshakable belief that you were always meant for something beautiful. She sees the days when you carry your grief like a weight, and she wants you to let go of the idea that grieving means forgetting. You haven't forgotten. You never will. And that's okay. You were never meant to stop loving her. You were only meant to keep living with that love carried inside you like a lantern in the dark. And even in your heaviest moments, you are never carrying that weight alone. I am with you. And so is she. In ways the world cannot see but heaven fully understands. Using a simple 7-second brainwave ritual, once classified and hidden in CIA files, can unlock wealth, freedom, and success already inside you. This discovery is helping thousands step into abundance, and God has led you here for a reason. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken this money magnet frequency today. She remembers everything: the way you made her laugh, the things you did to make her proud, the effort you made to be there for her even when you didn't know how. She remembers your kindness, even when you thought it wasn't enough. She remembers your tears and how deeply you loved her. She wants you to know that every act of love you gave, no matter how small it felt at the time, was more than enough. It reached her. It changed her. And now, in the stillness of eternity, she carries that love like a melody that never stops playing. Type 2020 to claim miracles. She longs for you to know that nothing was left unsaid. In the silence of her final moments, in the places where words no longer reached, her soul was already speaking to mine. She was thinking of you, praying for you, loving you with every breath she had left. And when she took her final step into my presence, it was not the end of her story. It was the beginning of something more glorious than you could ever imagine. She was not alone. I welcomed her. I held her. I gave her peace. And now she lives in a light that never fades, where joy has no end and where love is pure and complete. Her heart is still connected to yours. There are moments when you suddenly feel calm, or when a memory wraps itself around you like a warm blanket. That's her. There are dreams that feel too real to be dreams, moments that seem to come from nowhere, little signs that stir something deep in your chest. That's her too. These are not figments of imagination. These are glimpses of heaven's grace reaching out to remind you that love never dies. She prays for you now with a deeper understanding, with a clearer vision, with a soul that sees the full picture. She no longer worries the way she once did. She trusts, she believes in my plan for you, and she hopes that you will come to believe in it too. Not just when life feels good, but even when it feels confusing or painful or uncertain. She wants you to lean on me the way you once leaned on her, to trust that I will never leave you, that I am your refuge now, and that her love continues through my hands. You don't have to understand everything to trust me. You don't have to see the full path ahead to keep walking. I see your weariness. I know how deeply you miss her. I know the moments when the world feels quiet and heavy and full of unanswered questions. But I also see your courage. I see the way you keep going, the way you choose love, the way you carry her memory with honor. That is strength. That is faith. That is the power of love that does not fade. Your mother's final message is not meant to pull you into sorrow, but to lift you into healing. She does not want you to live stuck in grief. She wants you to find joy again, not as a replacement for what you've lost, but as a reflection of what you still carry. Her love shaped you. It gave you a foundation. It taught you how to care, how to fight, how to believe in something bigger than yourself. And now, that same love is calling you forward, not into forgetting, but into fullness. She is not far. She walks beside you in 1,000 unseen ways. In the warmth of the sun, in the rhythm of a familiar song, in the laughter of your children, or the silence of prayer, she is there. And one day, when your journey on earth is done, she will be waiting. Not with sadness, not with pain, but with open arms and a heart that never stopped loving you, even for a moment. Until then, live well. Love without holding back. Speak kindly. Forgive quickly. Laugh often. Cry when you need to. And trust me in all things. Let the world see the beauty she passed on to you, not just in your face or your voice, but in the way you carry love wherever you go. Let her love make you softer, not harder. Let her absence make you more present in the lives of those around you. Let her memory remind you that life is precious, that time is sacred, and that every breath you take is a gift from me. She is proud of you. She sees you as you are now, not just surviving, but growing, learning, stretching, becoming, and nothing could bring her more peace than knowing that you are still becoming all that I created you to be. There is a quiet place inside of you that still holds her name like a prayer, a gentle place where your heart remembers her laugh, her voice, her warmth. That place is holy. I see it. I made it. And I have kept her love safe within it, like a soft light that never flickers. You may feel alone in your grief sometimes, but in my presence, there is no such thing as distance, and there is no such thing as lost love. What you shared with her is alive, it is living through me, and she wants you to feel that again. Type Amen if you believe. She never stopped loving you, even when the world felt heavy and she was tired. Even when words were hard to find near the end. Even when the pain took her strength, her love stayed untouched. She held it close. And now, in the peace of my eternal garden, that love has grown deeper, purer, free from sorrow or fear. It still belongs to you. It still surrounds you. It still speaks your name when you are quiet enough to hear it. Her spirit reaches for you not with desperation but with devotion. A powerful 7-second morning ritual, once hidden in CIA files, is resurfacing, and people are already seeing fast financial breakthroughs. It takes only seconds, yet activates a dormant wealth center in the brain most people never access. Click the link in the description and comments now. Access it before it disappears. There are things she understands now that she couldn't have known before. She sees how hard it's been for you to carry on without her, how much strength it takes to do the little things. She watches as you try to keep going, even when your heart feels like it's tied to a moment that you can't return to. She knows now what she always suspected, that you are braver than you think, that you are stronger than you feel, that you are kinder than the world sometimes sees. She does not want you to carry the sadness alone. She wants you to let yourself laugh again and not feel guilty when you do. She wants you to wake up each day and believe that something good can still find you. Her love does not dwell in sorrow, it lives in light. She would never want her absence to become your reason to stop living. Instead, let it be the reason you live more fully, more openly, more gently with others and yourself. Type 222 to receive comfort. She sees when you smile through pain, when you push through exhaustion, when you choose to love even while your own heart is still healing. That brings her joy. She sees you as someone who carries love like a flame, and even in moments when you feel that flame has gone dim, she knows it's still there. You may think you've lost parts of yourself since she left, but she sees how much you've grown, how deeply you've learned to feel, how beautifully your heart has stretched. You might wonder if she really hears you when you speak to her. She does. Whether your words come in tears or in silence, they reach her. You may not hear her reply, but the love that surrounds you in those moments that sudden warmth, that peace, that calms your breath. That's her, through me. You'll never be without her, not truly. Because I have kept her close, and I have woven her love into your days in ways that will never leave you empty. There is more life ahead for you, more joy, more discovery, more of me. And she wants that for you. She wants you to be open to the blessings I have prepared. She wants you to trust me, even when the road feels uncertain. Her message is not about holding you in the past, but about gently guiding you forward, forward into light, forward into healing, forward into moments where you can feel her cheering you on with every step. She remembers your childhood, the way you used to look up at her with those eyes full of trust. She remembers how you'd run to her when you were scared, how her arms were always your safe place. And she wants you to know that I am your safe place now. I am the arms that catch you when the world feels too much. I am the calm in your storm. And just like she once stood beside you, now I stand beside you, never leaving, never failing, always loving. You may sometimes feel that others don't understand your grief, or that the world has moved on while you are still standing in the shadow of goodbye. But I see you, she sees you. And there is no timeline for healing. There is no need to rush through what your soul still needs to feel. Take your time, rest when you need to, and when you're ready, let joy find you again. Not as something that replaces her, but as something that honors her. She wants you to remember her smile, not her suffering. She wants you to hold on to the laughter, not the loss. She wants her memory to lift you, not weigh you down. And every time you choose to show kindness, to extend grace, to love freely, that's when she's most present. Her love echoes through your life in all the good you do, and in the way you carry her legacy forward. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to have it all together to be worthy. She knows this now in a way she never fully understood before, and she wants you to embrace the same truth. My love for you isn't based on how strong you are, or how flawless your journey has been. I love you completely, and through me, she still loves you endlessly. There will come a day when the ache softens, when her memory brings more smiles than tears, when the weight of grief gives way to a quiet peace. That is not forgetting, that is healing. And healing is my gift. It doesn't mean you let go of her. It means you learn to carry her differently, in your joy, in your hope, in your faith. One day, you will see her again. That reunion will be more beautiful than anything you can dream of now. There will be no more sorrow, no more tears, no more goodbyes, only joy, only laughter, only love that never ends. And until that day, I will keep her close. I will keep you close. And I will continue to carry you both in a love that cannot be broken. Some people believe that when someone passes from this earth, their story ends, their voice is silenced, their hands no longer reach, and their hearts stop giving. But I tell you this, her story did not end. It only continued in a higher place. Her voice was not silenced. It was lifted to a place where it can now sing with the angels. Her hands were not stilled, they were renewed, now reaching through grace. And her heart, oh her heart, has only grown. It has grown more tender, more patient, and more full of love, because it now beats within the light of my eternal kingdom. Type 1111 if you trust in God. She wants you to know something that only heaven could have revealed to her: how deeply I have always been with you, even in the moments that felt like absence. She sees it now. How I held you during every tear you cried after she left. How I wrapped you in mercy when you didn't even know what to pray for. How I continued to shape your life, even when you felt like it was falling apart. And she wants you to trust me the way she trusts me now. A simple but powerful 7-second at-home ritual, it's hidden in CIA files for years, is now changing lives rapidly. Backed by neuroscience research, it can begin shifting your financial direction in just days. Click the link in the description and comments now, and step into abundance today. She never left your side, not truly. Her love became part of your atmosphere. It is in the unseen, yet it surrounds you like the air you breathe. You are never far from her, because her spirit lives on in every act of love, every quiet strength you show, every gentle word you speak. Those are her gifts, passed down through the quiet years, and now held by you as her living testimony. She is not only remembered, she is present in a new and holy way. She watches the way you carry her in your heart. She sees the photos you still keep in view, the way you pause sometimes with her name on your lips, or touch a keepsake that once belonged to her. She knows about the birthdays, the holidays, the ordinary days that feel incomplete without her laughter or her cooking or her touch. But she also sees how you are still standing, still giving, still choosing to show up for life. And she wants you to know that nothing makes her more proud than that. There were things she never got to say. Moments that slipped by too fast. Words she thought she would have time to speak. But none of that matters now, not because it wasn't important, but because what she feels for you now is so complete, so endless, that it fills in every gap. In my presence, she has seen the fullness of your love for her, even in the ways you didn't know how to show it. She knows now what you were trying to say, what you felt but couldn't explain, and she holds no sorrow about what was missed, only gratitude for what was shared. Type 1919 to receive miracles. You were and always will be her heart. She carried you once in her womb, but she carries you now in her spirit, closer than ever. She wants you to forgive yourself for the things you hold against yourself, mistakes, missed chances, the moments when you wish you'd said more, done more, been more. You were enough. You loved her. And she knows that now more than ever. She wants you to start seeing yourself the way she sees you from heaven, strong, capable, worthy of love, full of purpose, and chosen by me. She wants you to stop listening to the lies that whisper you're alone or forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are being carried by a love that began in her arms and now rests fully in mine. This is the season for healing, for opening your heart again, not just to memories but to new beginnings. She wants you to take the joy she gave you and share it, tell the stories, laugh again. Be kind to yourself. Let others in. Let your faith become the bridge between what you've lost and what still lies ahead, because there is still a future for you, one that she believes in with all her heart. She doesn't want you to think of her as gone. She is simply ahead of you, in a place where time no longer divides. And from that place, she prays for you. She intercedes with love, asking me to send comfort on your hardest days and joy in the days you don't expect. She whispers your name in my presence with the same care she spoke it over you as a child. And I hear her. I answer. She hopes you'll start listening to the ways I speak now, through quiet moments, through peace that comes when you least expect it, through people who show up at just the right time, and even through your own strength when you surprise yourself. All of these are signs that you are being held, and her spirit rejoices every time you allow love to find you again, every time you choose hope when it would be easier to stay in the shadows of grief. There is a special grace I give to those who mourn with open hearts. I do not rush healing, and neither does she. She simply wants to walk with you as you take each step. Let her memory be the wind that lifts you, not the weight that holds you back. Let her voice guide you with gentleness, not sorrow. And remember that nothing in my kingdom is ever wasted, not your pain, not your prayers, and certainly not the love between a mother and child. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being remade. You are not alone in the quiet. You are being surrounded, and you are not forgotten by her or by me. The bond you shared, built from love and sacrifice and time, was never meant to fade. It was always meant to grow stronger through eternity. That bond is now my promise to you, sealed in heaven. Let her message be a beginning, a gentle invitation to live fully again, not as if she never existed, but because she did, and because her life mattered and still matters, and will forever be part of who you are becoming. Her love has become a part of you that nothing can take away. In the quiet corners of your heart, where her absence sometimes settles like a shadow, I am placing light. Not just any light, but the kind that comes from love too deep to be destroyed, the kind that continues to grow even after goodbye has been spoken. Your mother has never stopped loving you. That kind of love doesn't fade, it doesn't pause, it doesn't stop at the edge of life. It rises, stronger than before, wrapped in my presence, echoing across the heavens and back into your soul. Type 555 if you feel her love right now. You were her gift, and you still are. She remembers the first time she held you, the way your fingers curled around hers, the way your cry became the sound she cherished most. And now, though your voice speaks from another place and her arms no longer hold you the way they once did, she carries you in a way far more eternal. Her love is now part of everything I surround you with. Her love lives in the sky that watches over you, in the gentle wind that touches your face, in the stillness of night when you feel something more than loneliness, when you feel presence. What if wealth was never about luck, but a hidden brain signal buried in CIA files? This frequency is opening doors, attracting opportunities, and changing lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to attract wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now, and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. She's proud of who you are becoming. She watches the way you carry the weight of this life, sometimes without recognition, sometimes in silence, and she knows how much strength that takes. She sees you choosing love, even when it hurts. She sees you helping others, even when you feel tired yourself. She sees how gently you treat those who are broken, because you know what it feels like to be broken too. All of that makes her smile. Not from a place of sorrow, but from joy, from pride, from a soul filled with eternal light. She wants you to know that none of the time you spent with her was wasted, not 1 second. Even the moments that felt ordinary, the meals, the shared stories, the sitting quietly together, those were holy. They were stitched together into a tapestry of love that now covers her in heaven, and its beauty is beyond anything this world could ever create. That is how precious your time with her was. That is how deeply it still matters. You've grown in ways you can't even see. Her leaving didn't stop your story. It added to it in a way that's painful, yes, but also sacred. She wants you to look in the mirror and stop being so hard on yourself. She wants you to see what she sees now, the resilience, the compassion, the way you still love so deeply despite the ache you carry. She knows it hasn't been easy, but she also knows you haven't given up. That matters more than you know. She knows you miss her. She knows about the tears that come unexpectedly, the nights when sleep doesn't come easy, the moments you wonder if she sees you at all. And her answer always is yes, she sees you. She sees everything now with new eyes, eternal eyes. She sees how your heart beats with kindness and how you're learning to trust me even when it's hard. She sees how you're slowly healing, even on the days you feel like you're falling apart, and she wants you to know she's with you through all of it. Type 666 if you trust Jesus to carry you forward. Your grief is real. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of love that had nowhere else to go when she left. And that love, instead of fading, has found a new home. It's found its way into the way you treat people, into the softness of your voice when someone is hurting, into the way you hold space for others. You are honoring her every time you choose love over bitterness, hope over despair, faith over fear. She wants you to believe in miracles again. Not just the big, loud ones, but the small, quiet ones that happen every day, the kind that show up in laughter after sorrow, in new beginnings after painful endings, in warmth when you least expect it. She knows you've stopped looking for them sometimes. Life has made you cautious, but she's praying that you'll begin to see again, not with just your eyes, but with your heart, because there's still wonder waiting for you, and she doesn't want you to miss it. She walks now in gardens where time does not exist, where peace flows like a river and music never stops. She is not alone. She is surrounded by my light, by other souls who sing, who rejoice, who remember what matters most, love. And her greatest desire is not to pull you into sorrow, but to lift you into the kind of love that lasts beyond the pain. She wants you to live with hope, to laugh with freedom, to open your heart again without fear of losing. Let her voice become your encouragement. Let her life remind you that your story still has chapters left. Let her prayers for you, yes, she still prays, be the strength that carries you through the days that feel too long. And let my love, which held her from her first breath to her last, now hold you with the same tenderness. You have more to do here. Your journey isn't over. You are part of something far greater than you can see right now. And she knows it. She's cheering for you not just from memory, but from the very edge of eternity. One day, when your work on earth is finished, I will bring you home, and she will be waiting, not as a shadow of who she was, but whole, radiant, and still yours. Until then, live well. Carry her love forward. Let your life speak of grace and faith. Let her memory be not a weight, but a wing. And every time you feel like you can't keep going, remember, she once gave you everything she had. Now through me, she's still giving, still loving, still near. Even now, as you go about your days trying to hold it all together, as you try to smile through the ache, as you carry her memory quietly within you, she is watching. Not from a distance, not from somewhere far beyond your reach, but close, closer than your breath, closer than the thoughts you whisper in your heart. She is near, not in body but in spirit, walking beside you in the unseen places, gently guiding, softly praying, always loving you in ways that heaven makes possible. Type Amen if you believe. You've learned how to live without her voice in your ears, but you still feel her voice in your soul. That is not your imagination. That's how my love works. It allows what the world calls gone to still be present in the ways that truly matter. Your mother, now fully in my glory, still carries every ounce of love she had for you. In fact, that love has only grown. It has been made eternal. It has been made whole. And she wants you to know that love still surrounds you, still covers you like a warm blanket in the middle of a cold night. A 7-second at-home ritual, scientifically proven by neuroscience labs and hidden for decades in CIA files, is now public, and people are seeing money flow into their lives. Scientists say it activates a brain pathway linked to abundance. Click the link in the comments below before this knowledge disappears again. There were moments she left unsaid, words she never got the chance to speak, but I've given her the peace of knowing that nothing that needed to be said was ever lost. You knew her love even when she didn't speak it. You felt her care in the way she gave, in the way she worried, in the way she showed up for you, even when she didn't have the strength. You were her purpose. You still are. Her heart still beats with joy when she sees you living, choosing kindness, staying faithful, and loving others the way she once loved you. And yes, she sees you now. She sees how you sometimes keep your pain quiet, tucked away where others can't reach it. She sees how you move through the world with a brave face, while inside, your heart still searches for something that feels like home. She knows what you're carrying. She knows the memories you replay, the guilt you hide, the words you wish you'd said. She wants you to know you can let all of that go. In her heart, there was never anything but forgiveness, nothing but gratitude for your love, even in the hardest moments. Type 222 to receive her peace. Her greatest wish now is not that you would forget her, but that you would live fully, that you would walk boldly in the life I've still called you to, that you would laugh without feeling guilty, dream without holding back, and believe again that joy can still find you. She knows that joy hasn't come easy since she left. But she also knows that it's still possible. It still exists. I have prepared it for you in ways you haven't even seen yet. She wants you to open your heart wide enough to receive it. Let her love become a light for you. Let her memory soften the hard places, not with sadness but with comfort. Let it remind you of who you are and where you come from. Let it remind you that faith is not always loud, it's sometimes a quiet decision to keep going when your heart is heavy, to get out of bed when the tears are fresh, to smile at someone else when you don't feel like smiling at all. That's faith too, and she honors that faith every time she sees you choose life. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You were chosen for this life, and you are being shaped into someone even stronger than you were before, not because of the pain, but because of the love that carried you through it. The love you knew from her, the unconditional, persistent, unshakable love of a mother, is the same kind of love I now offer you every single day. She wants you to lean into it, to believe that my love is enough for every wound, every regret, every unanswered question. She doesn't want you to live in the past. She wants you to carry the beauty of what you had and let it grow into something new. She knows you will always miss her, and she knows you don't have to let go of her to move forward. Moving forward doesn't mean leaving her behind. It means bringing her with you in the way you speak, in the way you give, in the way you rise again when life tries to push you down. Your mother's message is wrapped in my grace. It isn't heavy. It's not meant to burden you. It's meant to lift you, to hold you in a gentle reminder that nothing about your love was ever wasted. Even the hard days, the days you struggled to understand her, or she struggled to express herself, those moments still had love in them. And love does not die. Love only transforms. She wants you to keep talking to her, keep remembering her with joy. Keep living in a way that reflects the beauty she gave you. Let yourself cry, but don't forget to laugh too. Let yourself mourn, but also allow yourself to hope. This is not about letting go. This is about trusting that she is safe, that she is held, and that she is still with you, now more than ever. She walks with angels now, but she never walks alone. Her heart remains tied to yours, not with sorrow, but with sacred love. That tie can't be broken. It was formed by me. And one day, when your time here is done, you will see her again, not as a memory, but as she is now, radiant, whole, free, waiting with open arms. But until that day, live. Truly live. Don't wait for healing to arrive before you begin again. Don't wait for the pain to vanish before you chase joy. Healing doesn't erase the past, it transforms it. And in that transformation, I am working, I am moving, I am creating something new, something beautiful, something you will one day look back on with understanding. So take a deep breath. Let go of what's too heavy. Hold close what lifts you, and walk forward knowing she's never stopped loving you, not for one single moment. She hasn't missed a beat. Her heart is still yours, and your story is still unfolding with her spirit watching, praying, and cheering for you every step of the way. You've been carrying her memory like a fragile photograph, careful, quiet, tucked in your heart. You bring it out in the silence, in moments of longing, in dreams where you feel her arms again or hear her laugh just the way you remember. She knows. She feels it. In the stillness of heaven, she turns her face toward you whenever you whisper her name, and she smiles. Not a smile of sorrow, but one filled with warmth, pride, and peace. Because she sees the life you're living. She sees the love you still carry for her, and it means more than words could ever say. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. She is not watching you from a far-off place, unreachable and distant. She is walking beside you, closer than your thoughts, closer than your fears, closer than your doubts. She doesn't visit you in dreams or memories by accident. Those moments are allowed by my grace moments, when eternity leans in and lets you feel, just for a little while, that love never left. That love has simply changed the way it reaches you. And her love reaches you now through me. A classified 7-second morning ritual, once buried in CIA files, is quietly transforming financial lives. In under 30 seconds, it helps shift the mind from scarcity to wealth, with many reporting surprise income and peace. Click the link in the comments below before the page is removed. She wants you to know that the pain you felt since she passed has not gone unnoticed. Every tear you cried in silence, every question you whispered into the night, every time you looked at the sky and wondered if she was watching, she was, and I was. I have never taken my eyes off you, and neither has she. You have struggled with questions no one else has seen. You've wondered if she saw the good you tried to do. You've wondered if she knows the weight you carry. And her answer is yes. She sees, she knows. She loves you more now than ever before, with a soul no longer burdened by earthly pain, no longer clouded by exhaustion or fear. She sees you clearly, and all she sees is someone deeply loved and incredibly strong. She wants you to let go of the guilt. The moments you replay, wishing you had done more, said more, loved better, release them now. She doesn't hold those against you. She doesn't even think about them. She sees only the love you gave. And she holds that love like treasure. In her heart, there is no room for regret, only gratitude. She is thankful for every day she had with you, even the ones that felt too short, even the ones that were messy or difficult, because love isn't perfect, but it is powerful, and yours never failed her. Type 2323 if you agree. She remembers your touch, the way your hand held hers, especially near the end. She remembers your voice calling out for her, your presence beside her. You may have felt helpless, but to her, you were a gift. You were her peace, her comfort. You were everything she needed, and she wants you to believe that, to hold it in your heart as truth. Because in heaven there are no masks, no misunderstandings. There is only clarity. And in that clarity, she has found freedom, and she wants that same freedom for you. She is not gone. Her soul is alive, more vibrant than ever, dwelling in a place where sorrow cannot reach. She walks among beauty that your eyes haven't seen, where the flowers never fade and the light never dims. But even in all that glory, her heart still turns toward you. Her prayers still rise for you. Her hope is still placed in your journey here, because she knows that life is not finished for you yet. There is still much for you to see, to feel, to give, and to become. She doesn't want you to wait until heaven to feel close to her again. She wants you to know that closeness is already yours. It comes when you sit quietly and remember her with love. It comes when you show kindness in her name. It comes when you love someone who's hurting, because that's what she would have done. It comes in the most ordinary places, your kitchen, your car, a walk outside. Her spirit is not confined to one place. It moves with you, because love, true love, cannot be contained. She sees your heartache, but she also sees your courage. She watches when you keep going on the days you feel like you can't. She hears the prayers you whisper when no one else is around. She knows when you carry burdens silently, trying not to let others see. And she asks me to lift those burdens for you. She asks me to fill your empty places with peace, and to remind you that she is not far.